All right, guys, this is MobileGamerNerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only run video. Today, we're going to be looking at Cursed City. The new rotation has just begun, so I figure we'll go in and kind of just see what we can do in normal mode. We're not going to go in, actually, maybe we'll go into hard. We'll see. But we're going to go in here and just see what it's about. We might as well start in hard because that way you can see the limited version and see if there's any way we can do this with normal. Now, I normally go through hard mode just basically as far as I can go. I don't really mess around in it too much. I think we had gotten, I think at best, maybe like 30 keys at one point, 30 places done, but we really don't mess with hard mode anymore. I kind of just go into normal, use my keys, get the free stuff, and then get the hell out of here. It's not really something that, like, I don't really mess with it unless I'm on live stream. So let's see. Remember, this is mystery shard only, so we'll see how we can do this and which heroes work. Now, most of the stuff in the beginning is pretty easy. I mean, we're going to use some easier heroes just to kind of show you that you can do this with other heroes. Who can we bring in here? Who's a good team? We got you, and we'll get a speed up maybe, and we'll get a debuffer. And we just run through these. Like most of these are pretty easy if you have maxed heroes. Like if you're running through, if you just got here, obviously this is going to be way harder. It's not like I'm not blind to that, but this area it's an end game area. Remember that. There's going to be areas in here that are going to be extremely difficult, even if you have been playing for a while and have been leveling up your heroes. You're going to have times where there's just not going to be an option to beat something. So don't get too disheartened. Just get what you can get in here. It resets every month. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you can beat stuff. I wouldn't build any heroes specifically for Cursed City. It's kind of a waste. I would focus mostly on Doom Tower, gear, and heroes. That's where you should be focusing, and masteries. Shouldn't really be coming in here wasting time. Get what you can get, and then get the hell out. That's basically the way we look at it. So we're going to use Dark Alhain. Actually, no, we'll stick to some. What am I doing? We'll stick to some lower end heroes. So we'll show him off a little bit. We'll bring him in because he's new. Bring you. We'll bring you, and we'll bring a healer. And sure, we'll bring her. Why not? We'll make it more of a supportive team and show you that you could do this with pretty much any team as long as you have them leveled. That's it. It's funny because like most of these heroes are, it's just it's heroes that most people would just consider to be trash, and you can do this stuff with any hero. I mean, it's not like it matters. Now, once you get into the higher stages, things get a little more dicey. Things get a little more hard. You're going to need more specific type heroes, probably. I mean, there are instances where I think we just talked about it on the last video we did, where like Sacred Order, there's like only a few heroes that can do HP burn. So if you don't have one of those heroes, you're not going to be able to beat the Ice Spider because you just can't. And if you don't have, a what is that, block revive, that, and you're definitely out of luck. So you kind of have to just roll the punches in here. It's basically like Doom Tower. You play it until you kind of can't play it anymore, and then you just go on to normal mode. And if you can't beat normal mode, then go farm something else. That's literally it. Don't take this place too hard. Don't get too crazy. We're going to bring in some of the more fun heroes here. We'll bring in you, and you know what? Let's just for funsies, we'll bring in some 50s to see if they can make it through this. I had some hiccups. I just ate. It's crazy. All right, we'll bring you. Now we'll bring you. We'll bring you. Sure. So we've got 360s and 250s. Let's see. Sometimes you got to kind of do this. Like that's just going to be what you're going to have to do to get through it. Luckily, we have some reasonable 60s that are pretty strong. As long as you have one or two in the first island, you should be able to get through it if they're AoE healer. If you've got like if Muckstalker is your only level 60, yeah, you might have a little bit of trouble and you may take some time getting through this, but otherwise you'll be fine. Oh, look at that, she revived them. But if you have an AoE damage dealer at level 60, most of these fights on the first island, they're not really going to give you any trouble. It's not going to be a pain. But yeah, if you haven't been leveling and your heroes are terrible and you didn't do your masteries, then you really shouldn't be in here. That's kind of how it is. It's not. I know a lot of people get upset about stuff like that, but that's the reality of this game. Like there's just unfortunately areas in here that you shouldn't be messing around in too much if you haven't been playing for a while. This one's a little tough. I don't know if we have. Okay, we do have the team. So basically, what we did here was same thing we did last time. We're going to bring in Spirit Host, and we are going to bring in, I think, a bunch of heroes that don't matter. So we're going to bring you, 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 and you. There we go. We're going to bring these guys in. We're going to take it off auto. And let's see if this works again now. Sometimes it doesn't. Unfortunately, you got to kind of roll with the punches. So we're just going to essentially pop these guys in the face. as many times as possible. Just keep going. I know you're like, why would you bring these guys in for Baumel? What do these guys do that's so special? Well, there's a lot of things they do that's special, and you're going to see what they do that's special. I showed this in a video before, but you're going to see it live now in this wonderful video. All right, you're going to see why this is the best team ever to beat Baumel on this mode. Gnarlhorn is really what is gonna be the one that really gets it. You'll see. You'll see how this works. It's great. You're gonna love it. Gnarlhorn's really good, and so is this guy here. I don't even remember his name. He's really good though. You're gonna love it. You're gonna see how strong this team really can be. I don't know if you noticed it by now, but yeah, they're all dead, so we don't we don't we don't know what to do anymore. We're at a loss now. There's only one hero here, and unfortunately, I can auto this, but it would require me to put this on to do some AI generation stuff, and I don't really want to do that. So we're not gonna. We're just gonna kind of roll with the punches here and see how this team does. If you didn't know that Spirit Host was amazing, well, then you know now. It is possible for her to die here, by the way. So just know that you can die. All right, this isn't like an untouchable team strategy. This is just where we're at right now, and sometimes she will lose. It's not often. Now she has this, but I think we can remove it, right? Oh no, we can't. So we can't do that. Either way, we're good. We don't have to worry about it too much. We're just going to hopefully get our HP back up to max. Say boom. All right. I hope I didn't screw myself up. We're good. We're back to max HP. All right. And we keep going. So I forgot that it was unremovable. The HP burn is what we want to remove because that does damage and you can actually get killed from him doing more damage, unfortunately, if that's the case. Luckily, nothing happened there. If you get a weird rotation where there's a bomb on you and the bombs go off and then the bomb pops right as he hits, yeah, like I said, there's stuff that can kind of screw with you and make this harder. But as you can see, even on hard mode, Spirit Host is a monster. Now, remember, we do have her in. She's not crazy built, by the way. Her crit rate is trash. She has a bolster set on, all right, and she can heal with her A1. So basically, what happens here is that every round I'm healing, regardless of what happens, and her attack heals by a certain percentage. I think it's 50% of the damage. See? There we go. And Spirit Host is the GOAT. Well, actually, Gnarlhorn is the GOAT, but Spirit Host is there too. All right, so we've got this. This is actually good. Nice. We got speed. This does not have speed, and we don't care, so we're getting rid of it. I could re-roll some of these, but we don't want. I don't really feel like wasting my stuff on this. Attack, flat, stat. Nope, goodbye. So we got one little summon, and we got the one piece of gear, so that's good enough. And that's how we get through Baumel on hard mode. Let's see which direction we want to go. We have 4 keys left. We really just want to get to this fight, I think, right? So we're gonna go. Where do we have to go? We're gonna go here. We'll take this one out. All right, we'll keep sticking to lower end heroes. I don't want to bring in crazy teams. I just want you guys to. I want you guys to see what the power of the mystery shard is. The power of mystery shards is that I can beat areas in this game that a lot of people are having trouble with legendaries. That's the power. All right. Granted, I'm not fighting anything super hard. If you're beating Doom Tower at this point, more than likely, most of the fights that we've just done, outside of maybe Baumel, might be a problem. You'll be able to beat them. So as long as you've been playing long enough to get through some Doom Tower, yeah, you're good. I would honestly say that more than likely, your biggest problem here is going to be having heroes that are leveled. That's going to be the toughest thing with getting into Curse City is having just enough heroes. I personally am on my way to almost 80 level 60s. So yeah, it's going to take some time for you to get to that point where you can actually do these things. Was it 1, 2, 3? That should be enough, and maybe we can get that energy. We have 3 keys left. That's it. Oh wait, no, let's go back this way. Actually, I want this stuff. We want this, and this goes right up to the boss. That's what we want. Least path of resistance. So we're going to do the same team, and most of these teams are pretty much basically the same stuff. We'll bring her. We'll bring in Steel Boyer. We don't get to show her off very often. She's only level 50. She doesn't have any skills maxed, but we really like her, and we want to get her maxed out eventually. I just haven't had the books to do it because she's a heavy reader. She reads all the books, like every book. She will read the crap out of them. All right, what'd she do? Wasn't that bad. Her damage is based on max HP for her main attack, so she's not going to be really strong in here. I just want to use somebody who's fun, and to show you that, like I said, once again, 4 heroes, 3 heroes, it doesn't matter. If you're level 60 with all your gear, you can do it. And this is why I even say to people when they first start this, or even if they start the mystery shard only run, or if they just start the game in general, like your first 6 months of this game should really only be based on missions, challenges, completing all that stuff, and leveling your heroes and getting all their masteries up. That's it. Like whatever heroes you can get from the shops, you can do that. Like was it like Drex, and you're gonna get Syl in 6 months. You're gonna get all the heroes that are good. Yannicka, there's Carl. More than likely you'll get one or the other. So it's choose your weapon basically. I would say your Carl's a better option, but choose just you're going to have a ton of heroes within 6 months. Level the ones that matter. There's some reasonable ones in the what is that? The daily logins. I mean, you got these two right here, which are logins. This guy's a what is he? He's a fusion champion. This one you're not going to have for a while if you're just doing the mystery shard. We literally just got her after a year and a half, so it takes a while. All right, let's see who else we got in here. We'll bring these guys in, and we'll bring in you because she is awesome at killing bosses. We're going to auto this. We'll see if we need to worry about this. I don't think we should. This is the first boss, first double boss, and these guys usually have very little health. So, if anything, we're more worried about them dying than us. Like, no, don't die. Torix is actually looking pretty good. He's almost done. We have one skill book. I think we just finished his masteries. So he is the newest. This guy over down here, Mr. Provoke over here. He is the newest hero to our team right now. Like as far as just build, um, at least in rares, we also have Torture Helm, who's a fusion hero from the Raisin Fusion. So you can get him, and he is the newest. But Torix is the newest one to 60, and with all his stuff maxed. So we're just waiting on one skill book. Hopefully, we can find a fight in here that has a skill book eventually. I think there is one, and that'll be enough to get Torix done. But yeah, just do your thing. Make sure you're. That's the thing with this game. They want you in the game, and they want you to play often. So just play as much as you can, do the items you can, do arena, do like anything you can do to get free stuff that's not going to hinder your progress, like an event that just takes too long. That's your first 6 months, and I think you guys will have a lot better chance of doing this content sooner rather than later. Because if you have a bunch of 50s, you might be able to get through the first island, but it's gonna be a rough go of it. You're gonna have some trouble. All right. See, now we don't have a healer in this team, so it's going to be the roughest. This is going to be the roughest fight out of the two. We have, I think, one of them has life steal. Two of them have life steal. Unfortunately, everyone else does not. So someone could conceivably die here. Well, let's see. Maybe he'll provoke. Yeah, nice. About to say he killed him anyway, so it didn't matter. Torix with his provoke sword of hell. I love that attack, by the way. All right, so we got speed on this, so that's good. We got HP flat on this, so yeah, we're going to not keep that. This is defense with no speed, so we're going to get rid of that. We are in the speed mode right now. Attack. This one, I mean, if it's, I'm going to keep it because I actually don't have a lot of chests on these Merciless and Supersonic. All right, we're going to keep it for now. That one I may sell, but we're going to keep it for now. All right, so now we have one key left. Is there anything of value here that I really want? There's gold and then these two. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start moving towards the key. So what we'll do is we will take actually this. No, we don't need that. That's the what is that? That's the stuff for summoning. We don't care about that. We're going to go in here. This is where you're going to have some trouble beating things because you may get locked on one of these fights because this you have to have awakenings. So if you don't have them, you may get stuck here. So just, like I said, take your time, blessings. I usually will just bring in whoever has the highest possible awakening. Oh, and you have to be epic. So this has to be epic hero. So we're just going to bring in the ones that everyone gets. So 1, 2, who's the earliest ones? You're early. We don't have the other. Oh yeah, we do. She's early. I mean, technically, he's a fusion. He's one of the earliest fusions, but do we have anyone else that's like really early? I mean, he's kind of early, I guess. I think he was he's the first login, second login, right? Second month login, I think. Either way. And who else would you have very quickly? I think Lord Legionary. Sure, why not? We'll bring in these guys. These are all login. Literally every single one of these is a login champion. So you all will have them eventually, which is nice. We're not going to use any of the high-end version ones. You're going to see some Lord Legionary magic here, though. That mofo hits hard. Like he is a look at this. That was not the hit we were talking about, by the way. 13K. That's the hit we were talking about. And that's without attack up or defense down. If he did 56,000. Yeah, we've seen him hit over 100K with that hit. In the arena, I think we did a fight where he did 110,000. So, and then the new one, Gwyneth, she's been hitting pretty hard too. I forget that the 14,000 is that's actually his one hit. So if he hits 4 times, then that's that times 4. But I think he loses damage on the subsequent hits. So there's that. Look at that. 56K, and we got smacked with lightning. But even these guys, who everyone says are trash outside of El Hain, literally, you can look at that win. All I did was level them to 60 and get their gear. Like that's what I did, and that's where I spend all my time. So you're gonna love it. So that's it for today. Like I said, we just kind of wanted to do a starting point for the Cursed City and just kind of show you guys where we're at and how we're beating this and doing it with heroes that everybody is going to have eventually. I mean, no one here playing or watching, no one watching this video is not going to have the heroes I just used eventually. Like everyone will have them. The only way you don't have them is if you are, trying to get all these legendaries and spend your time doing that, and you fed them to your legendaries to get them to 6-star. It's the only way you're not going to have any of these heroes. Otherwise, everybody gets them. And to be honest, I would actually even recommend just restarting, unless you got a really good pull. Like if I got my number one highest like wanted hero from a pull in the first like week, yeah, I'd probably be more inclined to keep that account. But right now, I don't have any pulls. There's literally 0 pulls. The best pulls I get are rares, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. And yeah, that's it. Remember, we do get to him. I think I think there's 3 or 4 rotations. I don't really know, but either way, I know that there's only one rotation, which is the one that just passed, I believe, that we can't get to the boss. Every single other rotation, we get to the boss. I don't even waste my time fighting him. That's that's a nightmare in and of itself, but we can get to the boss and we can get all the free stuff that gets to it. So make sure you're coming in here every day, beat whatever you can, get the freebies, especially energy and potions and things like that. They're gonna be really helpful for the early game. And yeah, and then just get the hell out of here. Go back and do some campaign farming and some mastery farming, which is exactly what I am going to do as soon as I turn this off. I'm literally going to put it on auto and go do some Minotaur so we can get ready for the Gods Raid live show. All right, so this is it. This is the starting point of this rotation of the Cursed City. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.